This morning, we were expecting to see some sort of shadow drop or announcement or some sort of peep about a Nintendo Direct. Nothing came. And I put out a video that maybe we shouldn't be too worried at this point because, hey, maybe it's just waiting till after this Xbox podcast, because it seemed like the Xbox is going to maybe say some stuff that would be pertinent to a Nintendo Direct, and Nintendo might want to let them get their ducks in a row before Nintendo drops any information about a Microsoft game in a partner showcase mini of some sort. That ended up not being the case today as well. Microsoft, they did say that there would be some games coming to other systems. They wouldn't say which systems and which games, just that they would be announced at a later date. And there was still some hope that maybe we would see a Nintendo Direct with some of this information after the podcast was over. Now, though, after I made that video and after the podcast is done, there's been a couple of things that have been popping up and that I've seen that actually probably came up before the video that I even made this morning that makes me wonder if this is even the case, that there was going to be a Direct today, or maybe that it was supposed to be today, but then this Xbox situation really actually is what turned things sour. So what's up, Waluigi? Trent from Trentendo. Today we're going to talk more about what's going on with this Direct, why is it not here yet, and what are some of these additional information pieces out there that indicate that maybe we shouldn't have been expecting a Direct today. So let's just hop right in. So first up, we had Jeff Grubb, who he had mentioned in his podcast, Last of the Nintendogs, that he had heard that potentially this Nintendo Direct, what as many are assuming to be a Nintendo Direct partner showcase, was moved because of the Xbox podcast. Now, he compared this later in a tweet to similar to the Queen dying, that this was a real event, something that happened, and Nintendo wanted to transition their plans to not interfere with something else. They want to be able to own the moment. They don't want to be, taking away from somebody else necessarily, or even to be just a part of the noise. They want to have something that is strictly for them in their own moment. Now, that is from Jeff Grubb. And, Jeff Grubb, whether you like him or not, he's also one of these journalist insiders, and he seems pretty confident that this might have been the case. And he did actually say he's never speculated on a specific date. Even in that same tweet, he mentioned that he never heard of a specific date, just by the middle of February, which is exactly where we are now. So maybe we are getting something next week still. I would still be surprised if Nintendo does nothing. There was too much smoke for a Nintendo Direct today to make me think that that is not the case, that we won't be getting anything. But we do have to, we do have to take everything with a grain of salt. And hopefully, as I've talked about some of these other topics and some of these other rumors in videos throughout the month and through, the last little bit of doing this, I've hopefully been able to kind of articulate that, we have to take everything with a grain of salt. Nothing is official till Nintendo makes it so. And today, I think, has proved nothing else but that we do have to, be as excited as we want to be, and I think that that's up to each individual person. I get very hyped for stuff like this. I'm excited to see what Nintendo has in store. But regardless of who it is coming from, until it actually comes from Nintendo, you can't really count on anything in particular. Now, we also had some updated information from Pioro, who so far has actually been the only person that has 100% track record as far as leaking information or giving us updates on Nintendo, specifically with Nintendo Directs. He had mentioned previously in a tweet to a reply to somebody that he had not heard of any first-party announcements for Nintendo this week. Now, many people took that as, the way that the question was phrased that he responded to. So they had asked if there was a partner showcase this week, and he said, I have not heard of any first-party announcements, which makes many of us think that he was interpreting that there would be a partner showcase and that it would not be a general Nintendo Direct. And that's, again, that's on a lot of people, because that's, not what he said. That is just what a lot of us speculated based off of the way he worded things. And then, today he's even come out a little bit more saying that, I told you I hadn't heard anything about this week. So based off of what we've seen and heard so far, it does seem like, this is all speculation again. I don't have any inside information. This is all just from things we've seen and heard. I do believe that Nintendo did have something planned for this week. And I think that, it does make sense that the Xbox thing really threw Nintendo's timing off. Now we're going to just kind of sit in limbo and wait to see what actually happens, because right now we don't know. And despite there being people like Jeff Grubb and Pioro who have said things, it seems like they might be, they've been more on the cautious side, especially at Jeff Grubb after he got his haircut. He's been a lot more stingy with some of the information that he's revealed. He's been a lot more, tight-lipped until he's a little bit more sure about things. And, Pioro, like I said, he has a perfect track record, so we can kind of, right now, at this point, we can count on stuff as he's saying. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is Nintendo going to do something? I think, like I said, I think they're still doing something this month. I have hope for it, because it does seem, outside of Paper Mario and Luigi's Mansion 2, we don't know anything, and we don't even know when those are coming out. So after that, we don't know much about what's coming. Nintendo's got to give some sort of an update, it feels like, and seems like, before the next month or so, because what is coming? No one, there's nothing for us to be hyped or to know about. And if we really are going to get a Switch 2 reveal, as again, it's all speculation at this point, in March, that seems to be the consensus, that sometime in March we will see something for Switch 2. And if that is really the case, they're going to want to show at least a little something, but they might want to be a little bit more tight-lipped, so maybe we don't see something. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts below on all of this stuff, and the speculation, the rumors, what your guys' thoughts are. I know I've seen a lot of comments about Switch 2 not coming, the YouTubers hyping stuff up, and I get that. And as a Nintendo fan, and as someone who also produces content and stuff like that, I get the hype behind stuff. I get excited for things just as much as many of you do. So it is disappointment for me as well. But at the same time, I'm not going to not be excited for things and for rumors and speculation just because sometimes it doesn't pan out. So hope you guys enjoyed, though. Let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm really interested to hear your thoughts as well. And until next time, catch you later.